Hello students, I'm again here with the next part of the chapter, that is petroleum. In the previous link we did about the coal. Now it's a turn for the petroleum. So student, what is petroleum? Petroleum is a dark colored viscous inflammable liquid which is found trapped between sedimentary rocks inside the earth. It is also known as rock oil. Okay, it has an unpleasant smell. It is in Greek language, petra means rocks and oleum means oil. So the word petroleum means oil from rocks. Okay. So students, deposit of petroleum was first discovered in Pennsylvania, United States in 1859. Okay, so petroleum is a mixture of hydrocarbons mixed with water, salts, and earth particles, but it is lighter than water and insoluble in it. It is a natural product obtained from oil wells. You can see here in the picture. This is planted in the sea to extracting out the petroleum. Now the question arises here, students, how petroleum was formed. How is petroleum formed? It is believed that petroleum was formed by decomposition of remains of sea animals and sea plants buried under the sea millions of years ago. Their dead bodies sank to the bottom of the sea and were covered with mud and sand. The effects of pressure, heat, and chemical action of bacteria converted the remains of animals and plants into petroleum in the absence of air. The petroleum thus formed got trapped between two layers of impervious rocks, forming an oil trap. Petroleum is always found with some amount of natural gas, students. Okay. So this is all about the formation of coal. As you know, the coal was formed under the surface of earth when the dead remains of plants or animals got buried under the earth due to some natural climatic pressure and temperature acts on it, and then it get converted into coal, right? Same with the petroleum, but petroleum formation takes under the sea with the same process. Dead remains of the sea, that is plants and animals, when died, they settle at the bottom. Sand or mud, cover them. Pressure and the temperature acts on it, and then it converted into the petroleum or the natural gas. Okay, process is same, but the place is different for their occurrence, right students? So after the formation of coal, students, we are having the refining of petroleum or the fraction distillation of the petroleum. Students, petroleum is a complex mixture of various constituents such as petroleum gas, petrol, kerosene, diesel, lubricating oil, fuel oil, paraffin wax, etc. So it cannot be used in the form in which it exists. We can't use it in the petroleum form only. Okay. So to get all these products, we need to do the refining of the petroleum. So now what is fractional distillation or refining? Fractional distillation is the breaking down of mixture into its component parts. Okay, this is done by boiling the mixture and separating the products by varying its boiling point. Okay students, we can't use petroleum in this form in which it is available or exists, so it is known as crude oil. Okay, we don't need to separate various constituents of petroleum, so it has to be purified and refined. So the process of separating various constituents or useful fraction of petroleum is known as refining of petroleum. Okay students, so petroleum refineries in India are located in Chennai, Cochin, Mathura, Digboi, Mumbai, Koyali, Haldai, and Brownie, etc. Okay. So students, various constituent of petroleum that we get after the refining of petroleum are given on page number 60 in your book. A table if it's given, that is 5.1. Petroleum gas in liquid form, used as fuel for home and industry, petrol use, kerosene, diesel, lubricating oil, paraffin, wax, and bitumen. All the constituents uses are given in the table. Okay. So next topic is the petrochemicals. It's given in the yellow box on page number 60. Students, what are petrochemicals? Students, many useful substances are obtained from petroleum and natural gas. These are termed as पेट्रोकेमिकल्स. ओके, मीन्स जो सब्सटेंस हमें ऑब्टेन होते हैं पेट्रोलियम से, दैट आर कॉल्ड पेट्रोकेमिकल्स, और दीज आर द केमिकल्स दैट आर यूज्ड फॉर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग वेरियस फैब्रिक्स इवन. ओके, these are used in the manufacturing of detergents, fibers, polythene and other man-made plastics. Hydrogen gas obtained from natural gas used in the production of fertilizers. Okay, due to its great commercial importance, petroleum is called the black gold. Okay, which fossil fuel is known as black gold, that is petroleum is known as black gold. Okay, so the next topic we are having is natural gas, students. Okay, so natural gas is also a very important fossil fuel because it's easy to transport through pipes. It is stored under high pressure as compressed natural gas, which is called CNG in short form. It acts an ideal fuel. Natural gas fuel is also called the ideal fuel because it burns with the blue smokeless flame without leaving any ash. Its calorific value is very high. So let's discuss about the characteristics of the natural gas. So first characteristics is it's easy to transport through pipes. Natural gas is stored under high pressure as compressed natural gas. CNG is also used power generation. It is now being used as a fuel for transport vehicles because it is less polluting and it is also a cleaner fuel. So these are the characteristics of the ideal fuel, that is natural gas fuel. Okay, students. In India, natural gas has been found in Tripura, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, and in the Krishna Godavari deltas. So students, in the next slide I am having few advantages for you of the natural gas. As you know, CNG is a natural gas which is compressed natural gas, can be used directly for burning in homes and factories where it can be supplied through pipes, as we have discussed. Okay, it is also used as starting material for the manufacturing of various chemicals and fertilizers. It is also used for manufacturing carbon black, which is used in rubber industry as a strengthening agent. Okay, CNG is used in power generation even. It is also used in industrial scale, which is used in manufacturing of ammonia. So lots of advantages are there of the natural gas. As we know, if something has advantages, it is also having the disadvantages or the harmful effects even. So let's discuss about the harmful effects of the natural gas, students. So one side we are saying it's very beneficial to us, but on the other hand it also has so many harmful effects. Like first is here, burning of these fuel is a major cause of air pollution. As you know, when any fuel burns, it produces lots of pollution because many types of gases releases from it, right? It also used to link to the global warming. As the air pollution increases, number of gases increasing in the atmosphere, it will lead to the global warming, right? So we should advise to use these fuels only when it is absolutely necessary, right? So it will result in better environment and smaller risk of global warming, and there will be for longer time if we will minimize the use of these natural fossil fuels. Okay, students. As we know, the soil fossil fuels have some limitations, like they are limited availability. As you know, it takes millions years to form, but if we use them unnecessarily, then there will be scarcity of that fossil fuels and it's difficult for us to survive, right? So we should use the fossil fuels only when it's absolutely necessary. Second is that it causes air pollution. So many problems takes place, like health problems like sneezing, respiration due to pollution takes place, right? So many things are there related to this. So one question is there on your book, tips to save petrol and diesel, how you can save petrol or diesel. First point is drive at a constant and moderate speed as far as possible. Switch off the engine at traffic lights or at a place where you have to wait. Okay, ensure correct tire pressure, because if the tire pressure will be proper, then the vehicle will not use much energy. Okay, ensure regular maintenance of the while pollution check should be there, so that there will be